everybody, it is Professor Parish and welcome to English 109 for the summer. It is great to meet you all and I'm really excited to have you in this class this summer. It's going to go by very quickly, so I wanted to make this lecture video to kind of show you around the page for our course, to show you how to find assignments, how to communicate with me, all of that fun stuff. And each week I will be doing a lecture video to kind of talk about the class and the assignments as a whole and just to go over some important things each week. So please I'll make sure they're not too long, but make sure that you watch the lecture video at the start of each week before you start the assignments so that you have all the information that you need to get the work for each week done. Like I said, this is a 8-week course. It will go by very quickly, and so there's going to be lots of things to do, but let's talk about this class. So if you've gotten on here and found this video, I'm going to walk us through the module itself. So this first page called Course Information, this first section of links, these resources here are just extra resources that are there for you to use as we go throughout the class. This presentation here is about MLA, which we will talk about. We'll go over it in more detail later on. But if I click on the course instructor page, this just gives you a copy of our syllabus, which I'm going to go over here briefly in just a moment. And it's going to also give you information about myself. So my email address is right here. My email is the best way to get a hold of me in the summer. You are welcome to come to the college and talk to me, but just to save on gas and all of that, you can always email me or you can call my extension, which is 2245, and the number is down here. Monday through Thursdays, I'm usually in my office 8 to 4:30 p.m. unless I get called out to go do something, or you can always arrange an appointment if you want to see me face to face. I do see lots of students throughout the summer for registration and things like that, so if you do want to set up an appointment, please feel free to email me. If you just do a walk-in to see me, sometimes I won't be busy and that's fine, but if I'm seeing a student, I don't want to have to make you wait while I'm talking to them. So let's go ahead and look at the syllabus here and go over it and talk about it first before visiting any more of the website. So this syllabus is here for you to download, but I just want to go over basically some main things about the syllabus just for you to have a copy of when it decides that it wants to load. So all of my information is up here at the top. And then the way that this course works is it is basically designed to prepare you for English 121. And so that's the main goal of this class as a whole. And so I won't read to you all of the different course objectives, but it's going to be dealing with writing in terms of cause and effect, doing compare and contrast. We'll dabble a little bit with narration, which has a little bit of a creative writing element, and then we'll do argument as our final paper. So it's really just preparing and going over grammar skills, things in our textbook, all that fun stuff. So our textbook itself is this language skills textbook. You can get it from our bookstore. You can rent it for free this summer. So if you've not gotten the textbook yet, please make sure you go to our bookstore Monday through Thursday from 8 to 4 p.m. They close half an hour earlier than the college, and make sure that you get that English skills textbook. You can rent it for free for the summer, so there's no reason why you can't get it. If you try to order it online, they will charge you, so make sure that you make a trip out there to the college to be able to rent it for free for the summer. All right. And then anything that's supplemental, I will give to you all and hand those out myself. So don't worry, you won't need any extra information or extra materials other than that textbook. As far as our class is broken down, I've got on here our classes out of 1,000 points, and I try to balance that out pretty well. So you can see here how that's balanced. The majority of our points is through the essays or writing assignments. Those are essays. We have 4 of them, and they're 50 points each, so that's 20 points. And then the discussion forums we do each week are worth 30 points each, so 210 points as a whole. And then we'll do some things with grammar, some reading responses, some things with our textbook. We'll do like a topic and outline for each of our papers. We'll have a midterm and a final and a reflection, but I try to balance it so each week is important. We only have 8 weeks of class, so if you think about it, really 10% of your class is each week. So that adds up very quickly. So my main thing is try to pace yourself, get a planner, write out a list each week, list what you need to do and break it up. I have some students that all of my assignments open up starting on Sunday of each week and they end on the Sunday of the following week. So I have some students that get all their work done on Mondays and then they're just good the rest of the week. I have some students that will do one assignment one day, one assignment another day. What you don't want to do is procrastinate. That will be your worst enemy in this class. Don't wait until the last minute to do these assignments because some of them will take a little bit of time. And so I don't want you to wait till Sunday each week and then be scrambling and not turn anything in. As my attendance policy here goes, you do have to complete work each week. I do not accept late assignments. That's my one caveat. Since you have the entire week to do it, I don't accept late work. So as a college student online, you are responsible for submitting your complete work by the due date, but also having backup measures in place if you have technological issues. They are not an excuse for late work. So I think we've had technology around enough that if you know that you're going to be away on vacation and you don't get the work done before you leave, yeah, you'll have to do it while you're on vacation. You can't just show up a week later and be like, hey, what'd I miss? That's not going to work. And I've been there. I've been an online student. I've been at a gas station in Destin, Florida doing a psychology test once to try to get ready to go to the beach. So I get it. It does, it's part of being a summer college student. So, and I've been like, my family shows cattle. So I've been at cattle shows like at the local library in town doing homework as well. So it's just par for the course. So just make sure that you have a backup measure in place. If your computer messes up, know that you may have to go to the local library to do assignments. You may have to find a family and friend with a computer. You may have to go to the college and use the computers there for assignments. I mean, you just may have to adjust. But that's why I would encourage you, don't wait until the last minute to do assignments. Do it early so that if you do have tech issues, you have time to deal with it and adjust accordingly, especially because we're closed on Fridays. We're only open Monday through Thursday. If you have any ADA accommodations, you can let me know. But honestly, for this online class, our tests are not timed. So you'll be able to take as long as you want, as long as you just get it done within the allotted period of time. And then this is probably the most important part. Our weekly course outline just shows what we're doing each week. You will probably have 3 to 4 assignments each week. Not that they'll take up a lot of your time, but they are, since we are condensing 16 weeks into 8, we're cramming all of the work in half the amount of time. So you will probably have 4 assignments each week to do. And this could include a paper. So this outline here will show you what is due each week and what to expect. So if you need to plan ahead, you can kind of see what's going to already be due. And I try to open everything up a week early. So if you get done with this week's assignments and you want to go ahead and do next week and have it done, you can work ahead. You can work a week ahead. If you want me to open up an assignment early, then just email me and let me know. And I'm happy to open up assignments early as well. So you get a chance to complete those and enjoy your summer, right? So that's pretty much the instructor page for the course. And if I go back to this home page, honestly, on this little bar here, I would do the home page and go through each week by the week modules. Don't do the assignments, because if you click on the assignments, what it does is it just gives you a giant list. And right now my class isn't set to open yet, so you can't see it. But once it opens, you'll see just a giant list of all the assignments, and that can feel a little bit overwhelming. So I just do it week to week. So like, for example, week 1, I'll open up our module guide here. Week 1's module guide. The assignment is to read and review chapters 1 and 2 in our textbook. And honestly, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Miss Parish, that is 58 pages. And I was like, yes, but you'll find in the textbook that not all of the pages are actual text. There's pictures, there's graphs, there's examples. I'm not asking you to read word for word all 58 pages for this week, but just skim through and look for the bold terms. And if there's anything that you don't recognize, make sure to read that over. I will go ahead and tell you that our midterm and final will be based off of the content from our textbook. You'll be able to use your textbook for the assignments, but if you already kind of know where things are in the textbook, it will make it easier for you to find them when you take the test. So as far as this week, we do have 4 assignments. Some of them you'll be able to get done pretty quickly. Others may take a little bit more time. But I'm going to go back to our module and kind of go through these one by one. So the first thing is the discussion forum. We have a discussion forum every week. Since we can't meet face-to-face, this is kind of how we communicate with each other as a class. So each week I'll present to you guys some topics and questions, and you'll answer them and then give feedback to your fellow classmates. So this week's pretty easy. It's just introducing ourselves, right? So the way that the discussion forums work is that your post that you create is worth 10 points. And then you'll respond to at least 2 of your peers. And each of those responses is worth 5 points, so 10 points total. So the whole discussion forum is worth 20 points. 10 of it is what you write down originally, and 10 of it is your 2 responses to your classmates. Now, both your post and the 2 responses are due Sunday each week by 11:55 p.m. I do not take late entries because the discussion forum is usually the easiest assignment, so you should get that done probably first. Not all the time, but it's probably going to be the easiest one for you to do. And so I don't accept late entries. So if you can, try to do this one pretty early and have it out of the way. Now, there will be points taken off for the following. Grammar errors. It's an English class, so if you misspell words or don't use correct punctuation or capitalization, I will take points off. And then if you do just brief and quick replies. So if you just say, I agree, and you don't explain yourself, then you'll get some points taken off, because it would be like if you were in class and you looked at somebody and you were like, I agree. That's all you said. I want to know, why do you agree? Like, explain that. Say, oh, I liked this point you made, or oh, I agree with you because of this. Like, these are in lieu of our class discussion and class participation. So I do expect you to at least articulate what exactly is it that they said that you agree with and why. So for this first week, I just want you to introduce yourself. What are you attending SIC for? What's your major goals, career-wise, education-wise? What do you believe is your strength as a writer? And yes, you have to put down something here. Everyone has at least one strength as a writer. If you're in English 109, that means you've made it past 101, you've made it past high school English. What is it that makes you a good writer? And that can be anything. Maybe you're creative. Maybe you're good with introductions. Maybe you're good with conclusions. Whatever it is, I want to know your strength as a writer. And then I would like for you to explain what you hope this class helps you to become better at in terms of being a writer. That's the big thing there. So that's our discussion forum. And then we have our textbook activity number 1. And so this activity in the grammar review will be taken out of your textbook. So textbook activity 1, as you can see here, is going to basically be these directions here. So in your English skills textbook, there's a writing inventory section, and I want you just to kind of answer the questions for it. You'll notice most of these are open-ended, with only a few of them being just checking things. This one should be, as long as you do it, you should get points. So that should be a pretty easy textbook activity. And then the grammar review is also going to be from our textbook. And it's just going to be looking at pages for this week. It is examining when it decides to load. On page 419 to 422, you're going to write out the subject and the verbs appropriately from each sentence. And that's pretty much it for that part. And then you'll complete the sentence based on the details provided on the pages below. And there's some parts here that they'll have you rewrite sentences as complete sentences. They'll give you fragments and you'll put them together to make one complete sentence. So it should be pretty easy grammar stuff. A lot of the grammar review is just making sure that we all are good in terms of grammar, like sentence structure, subject-verb agreement, things like that. Things that you should know from high school, but if it's been a while since you've been in high school, or if there's things that you particularly struggle with, I want to be able to identify those here. And then if we need to do any extra assignments like supplementary stuff, then I'll be able to add those in the class as well. But that's the grammar review. And then finally, there is the reading response. And the reading response is here below. And so basically on pages 568 to 572, you'll go to the goals and values part and choose one of the stories from that section. There's 6 to choose from between pages 574 and 624. And then you'll tell me which story you picked. You'll answer the questions about it, and then choose one question from each of these sections below and answer it too. All right. So this assignment will probably take you a little bit longer than the grammar and textbook assignment. Honestly, it will probably take the most time out of any of our assignments this week. So if you want to get it done early, you can. But what you'll do is when you go to submit, let me see if student view will show you anything. Oh, it's locked right now. That's all right. What it will do is there will be around this area, there will be an upload button. And that upload button will let you choose the document from your computer. Or you can just type in the answer if you don't want to save or upload a document. All right. Now, if you have any questions about how to upload these assignments or you're having any problems, just let me know, or you should have a student orientation class in your dashboard that you can click on to get help from. You can also email online at sic.edu to get assistance from our online learning department, but just let me know if you have trouble uploading these assignments. But you can go ahead and scroll down. Now, week 2 is going to be open once our class starts, but week 3 will be hidden. So you can go ahead and look at week 2 if you want, or you can just worry about week 1 this week. All right. So once I have this video uploaded, I will be sending it out to everybody. Your grades are all going to be listed right here, so you can always click on your grades and see what you're making in the class. The discussion forums are going to be here on this discussions page, and then you can always click this online tutoring thing or get Office 365 for your computer. There's different pages, but honestly, the ones I'd worry about for this class are the module page, the home page, the discussions, and the grades. And then if you need to email, you can always go to our inbox and you can start up an email here and send it to me. You'll just go to select course. I'll probably click this. You'll find our class. And then if I find our class, for example, you can go to the teacher and I'm listed right there. And then you can send me an email. All right. But that's pretty much it for the class. That is pretty much it for the class so far. Like I said, I'm going to try to not make these videos too long. This one's pretty long already, but just make sure that you've looked over everything for week 1. Make sure that you get your textbook this week. That's probably the most important thing because you will be using it for those 2 assignments. Again, our bookstore is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4 p.m., and you can rent this book for free. So there's no reason why you can't get it. As far as anything else goes, always feel free to email me with questions. Don't think that they're stupid questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. There are only questions. So I'm very curious to know if you have any questions about the class, but I'm excited to teach you all with English 109 this summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to go by very quickly, but I am excited to read your work and see everything that you do in the class. So I look forward to meeting you all. I'll be excited to see you guys and your posts in the discussion forum. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you all very soon with next week's assignments for English 109. Bye.